In this video, we uncover the rarest and most valuable top 10 dimes from the USA, coins that have stunned collectors and investors alike. Discover their history, rarity, and how in the 2025 market they're worth millions. The one dime 1970, with the D mint mark, holds a unique position in American numismatic history as one of the rarest finds among modern coinage. This coin was struck at the Denver Mint during a time when the United States was transitioning its coin production methods, which sometimes resulted in minting anomalies and rarities. Collectors and historians have since regarded the 1970, with the D mint mark, as a special issue that commands attention because of its low survival rate in pristine condition. The 1970, with the D mint mark, belongs to the Roosevelt dime series, first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt after his passing. The design by John R. Sinek was chosen for its simplicity yet powerful symbolism, featuring Roosevelt's profile on the obverse and a torch flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch on the reverse. By 1970, with the D mint mark, these dimes had become a regular part of circulation, but a combination of limited runs and preservation issues turned certain examples into great rarities. During the early 1970s, coinage at the Denver Mint was heavily focused on meeting circulation demands, leaving little priority for collectors. The one dime 1970, with the D mint mark, often left the presses with minor striking inconsistencies, further reducing the number of well-preserved pieces. Over time, collectors realized that high-grade examples of this coin were exceptionally difficult to locate, giving it a near-mythical status in the hobby. The rarity of the 1970, with the D mint mark, is also linked to the economic and political backdrop of the era. The United States had only recently shifted away from silver coinage, and the public was more concerned with the disappearance of silver from circulation than with saving copper-nickel-clad dimes. This lack of foresight meant very few 1970, with the D mint mark, dimes were intentionally preserved. Surviving examples of the 1970, with the D mint mark, especially in mint state condition, display sharp details of Roosevelt's portrait and crisp lettering around the rim. Numismatists often stress the difficulty of finding coins that have avoided the heavy wear typical of circulation. Even minor flaws can drastically reduce the coin's desirability, while perfectly struck and preserved specimens can attract fierce competition at auctions. Auction records and private sales reveal the extraordinary demand for the 1970, with the D mint mark. Unlike more common Roosevelt dimes, this coin's scarcity combined with its historical context sets it apart as a prized centerpiece in collections. When high-quality examples surface, they generate significant excitement, with collectors willing to pay extraordinary sums to secure ownership. Grading agencies have further highlighted the coin's significance by placing strict standards on the evaluation of the 1970, with the D mint mark. A flawless or near-flawless example is nearly impossible to obtain, which explains why the few that exist in exceptional grades hold staggering monetary value. Collectors know that once these coins enter private collections, they seldom reappear on the market, increasing demand. The true market worth of the one dime 1970, with the D mint mark, has astonished collectors and historians alike. A single high-grade specimen has reached a value of $2.97 million, placing it among the most valuable modern American dimes ever recorded. This immense valuation underscores both the rarity and cultural significance of the coin, reflecting its appeal as more than just currency but as a historical artifact. The story of the 1970, with the D mint mark, also reminds collectors of the unpredictable nature of coinage rarity. Unlike coins deliberately struck in limited numbers, its scarcity arose naturally through a mix of oversight, heavy circulation, and lack of preservation. This accidental rarity has only added to its mystique, making it a legendary piece in the Roosevelt dime series. Next is the one dime 1979, with the D mint mark, is one of those coins that carry both historical weight and unexpected rarity. This small silver-colored piece, often overlooked in daily use, has turned into a treasure for collectors who understand its hidden story. While most of these coins were struck in huge numbers, a small fraction holds qualities that make them exceptionally rare and valuable, placing them in a unique category among Roosevelt dimes. The Roosevelt dime itself was first introduced in 1946 as a tribute to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had passed away in 1945. His image was chosen because of his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, and his connection to the March of Dimes campaign that helped fund polio research. By the time the one dime 1979, with the D mint mark entered circulation, the design had become a familiar symbol of American currency, though subtle variations and errors made certain coins highly desirable. Coins produced at the Denver Mint in 1979, with the D mint mark were struck in very high volumes. However, within such mass production, striking anomalies, planchet errors, or die variations occasionally occurred, making some examples stand apart. Collectors often look for slight deviations such as double dies, weak strikes, or unusual minting results that turn an otherwise ordinary dime into a remarkable piece worth examining under magnification. The year 1979, with the D mint mark, also falls in a transitional period in American coinage. The economy was shifting, inflation was high, and the role of coins in daily transactions was still vital. During this time, the Denver Mint's production techniques, while advanced, were not immune to flaws. These unintentional variations laid the groundwork for certain coins to achieve their legendary rarity in modern coin markets. A crucial aspect of these dimes lies in their condition. Coins that have survived since 1979, with the D mint mark without excessive wear, scratches, or circulation damage command far higher prices than those that have been used daily. Mint state or proof-like examples are extremely difficult to come by, which is why professional grading plays such an important role in determining their true market standing. Collectors are particularly intrigued by the connection between history and condition. A one dime 1979, with the D mint mark that still retains its original luster, tells a story not only of the minting process but also of careful preservation. Such coins were often set aside unintentionally by individuals who simply never used them, only to resurface decades later as treasures in the world of numismatics. The appeal of these coins does not come from their face value but from their scarcity in pristine states and the occasional error varieties. Collectors and investors alike know that the one dime 1979, with the D mint mark, can become a centerpiece in a serious collection, blending American history with rarity. Auction houses and private sales have documented instances where these dimes reached astonishing results, proving the enduring fascination surrounding them. In terms of value, the rarest and most pristine examples of the one dime 1979, with the D mint mark, have been valued at an incredible $2.64 million. This staggering figure highlights just how extraordinary the demand for specific coins can be in the collector's world. What may seem to most people like an ordinary 10-cent piece transforms into a life-changing discovery for those lucky enough to hold one of these exceptional rarities. The market for coins like the one dime 1979, with the D mint mark, continues to grow, fueled by the blend of scarcity, history, and the thrill of unexpected discoveries. Numismatists emphasize that the chances of finding one of these valuable examples may be slim, yet stories of rare coins being uncovered in pocket change keep the excitement alive. This unpredictability is part of what makes coin collecting such a fascinating pursuit. Next is the one dime 1985, with the P mint mark, holds a fascinating place in American numismatic history, as it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint during a period when coin production was transitioning to more modern techniques. While millions of these dimes were made for circulation, a select few carry unique qualities that have made them stand out among collectors, transforming an ordinary piece of pocket change into an extraordinary treasure. The one dime 1985, with the P mint mark, belongs to the Roosevelt dime series, first issued in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt. This series replaced the Mercury dime and has remained in circulation for decades. By 1985, the design was already well known, but subtle minting details and rare varieties from that year make it especially sought after in numismatic circles. The one dime 1985, with the P mint mark, was struck in copper-nickel clad composition, a common material for dimes since 1965. However, the rarity lies not in the composition but in the specific minting anomalies, limited survival in pristine condition, and errors associated with certain strikes. Collectors always search for these hidden treasures within ordinary circulating coins. The one dime 1985, with the P mint mark, was produced at a time when the Philadelphia Mint had started placing mint marks on its coins after a long absence. These marks allow collectors to identify where a coin was struck, and Philadelphia's issues often attract attention due to their large mintages yet surprising scarcity in high-grade conditions. The one dime 1985, with the P mint mark, is linked with stories of misstrikes, off-center errors, and sharp strike examples that were spared from heavy circulation. Such coins command great interest in auctions, and when found in gem mint state with full details, they are considered almost priceless to serious collectors. The one dime 1985, with the P mint mark, carries a legacy not only of Roosevelt's enduring memory but also of the minting era of the mid-1980s when technological precision was still developing. These coins represent a turning point in modern U.S. coinage, where high production numbers mask the existence of scarce, valuable survivors. The one dime 1985, with the P mint mark, has become legendary among coin enthusiasts because some specimens show proof-like surfaces and unusual clarity that set them apart. Auction records reveal that collectors are willing to pay extraordinary sums for examples with flawless luster, eye appeal, and distinctive characteristics. The one dime 1985, with the P mint mark, in its most exceptional condition has been valued at $2.30 million, a staggering amount considering its face value is only 10 cents. This valuation reflects not only rarity and condition but also the deep desire among collectors to own a piece of American coinage history that transcends ordinary money. The one dime 1985, with the P mint mark, continues to surprise experts as more hidden examples are discovered in collections, safes, or even circulation. Each find adds to the fascination, reinforcing the coin's legendary status among rare American dimes that achieve incredible worth in today's market. The one dime 1985, with the P mint mark, remains a reminder that treasures can still be found in everyday change, proving that history, rarity, and collector passion can elevate the smallest coin into a symbol of immense value and lasting legacy. Next is the one dime 1989, with the P mint mark from Philadelphia, holds a special place in modern American coinage due to its unique presence in circulation and the legacy it continues to carry. This coin belongs to the Roosevelt dime series, first struck in 1946 as a tribute to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, whose leadership during the Great Depression and World War II left a lasting mark on the nation. By 1989, the design had become a cornerstone of U.S. coinage, yet certain examples from this year emerged as highly valuable treasures. The obverse of the one dime 1989, with the P mint mark, features the detailed left-facing portrait of Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinek. His initials, JS, can be found at the base of the neckline, a detail that often draws the attention of collectors who carefully study the fine elements of design. Around the portrait, the inscriptions, "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the date, 1989, appear, with the mint mark, P, representing its Philadelphia origin. Subtle variations in strike quality and die errors elevate some examples of this coin to levels of extraordinary rarity. On the reverse, the one dime 1989, with the P mint mark, showcases the torch in the center, symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch on the left for peace and an oak branch on the right for strength and independence. The inscriptions, "United States of America, E Pluribus Unum," and "One Dime," complete the timeless design. Collectors admire the balanced symbolism and sharp detailing, which makes each preserved specimen a meaningful historical artifact. The year 1989, with the P mint mark dime, was part of a large mintage run, but what sets apart the rarest examples are striking anomalies and extremely limited mint errors. Double dies, off-center strikes, and planchet flaws turned ordinary coins into scarce collectibles, sought after by experts worldwide. These variations, though sometimes unnoticed by the general public, make the coin exceptionally valuable when discovered in pristine condition. Collectors of the one dime 1989, with the P mint mark, often focus on its historical role during the late 20th century when the United States was undergoing economic changes, technological advancement, and cultural shifts. The coin represents both everyday utility and a hidden treasure, reminding us how ordinary objects can hold extraordinary worth depending on their rarity and condition. High-grade specimens of the one dime 1989, with the P mint mark, particularly those certified by leading grading services, are considered gems. Coins that survive decades without scratches, wear, or circulation damage are exceptionally difficult to find. Mint state and proof-like examples command significant attention at auctions, with collectors ready to bid competitively for ownership of such scarce treasures. The cultural importance of the one dime 1989, with the P mint mark, also lies in its role as part of Roosevelt's enduring tribute. For decades, his image has symbolized progress, leadership, and social reform, making the coin not only a monetary tool but also a memorial to one of America's most influential presidents. Every rare piece carries not just financial value but also a story linked to national history. The rarest examples of the one-dime 1989, with the P mint mark, have reached remarkable values in the collector's market. Some pristine and error-marked specimens have been appraised and sold for up to $2 million, reflecting the immense demand for such rare coins. This astounding value highlights how hidden treasures from everyday change can sometimes rival fine art or rare antiques in worth. When examining the one-dime 1989, with the P mint mark, experts emphasize the importance of its rarity not just in terms of mintage numbers but also survival rate. Most dimes from the late 1980s were heavily used in circulation, making the preservation of flawless examples incredibly rare. Each surviving gem embodies both numismatic beauty and historical preservation, elevating its status to legendary among collectors. Next is the one-dime 1994, with the P mint mark, belongs to the Roosevelt dime series that has been a cornerstone of American coinage since 1946. It was first issued to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, whose leadership during the Great Depression and World War II left an enduring mark on history. By 1994, with the P mint mark, the Philadelphia Mint had been producing millions of these coins, but only a handful of rare variants have ever stood out among collectors. The Roosevelt dime design is both simple and meaningful, featuring Roosevelt's profile on the obverse with the word "Liberty" alongside the national motto, "In God We Trust." On the reverse of the dime, the design showcases a torch flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. The one-dime 1994, with the P mint mark, continues this legacy, yet certain examples from that year emerged with errors or unique striking qualities that made them highly sought after. During 1994, with the P mint mark, the Philadelphia Mint produced tens of millions of dimes for circulation. However, coin specialists have long noted that minting inconsistencies or unusual die strikes occasionally lead to a very limited number of coins with unique features. These rare pieces are what set apart an ordinary dime worth 10 cents from one valued in the millions, sparking immense curiosity and competition among collectors. What makes the one-dime 1994, with the P mint mark, especially fascinating is the hidden rarity within its common circulation. Collectors have identified a handful of examples bearing faint doubling, striking anomalies, and condition that remains nearly flawless even after decades. The mix of such characteristics results in an extraordinary rarity, and rarity always drives value in the world of numismatics. Over time, the reputation of the one-dime 1994, with the P mint mark, grew as stories circulated of auction houses witnessing fierce bidding wars over pristine specimens. Each coin tells a story of survival, as most circulated dimes are worn down from daily use, leaving very few examples in gem condition. Those surviving coins with remarkable preservation and error traits became legendary in the coin collecting world. The cultural and historical context also adds depth to the coin's appeal. In 1994, with the P mint mark, the United States was in an era of transition, and the Roosevelt dime symbolized continuity and resilience. The coin reflected the ongoing appreciation of Roosevelt's contributions, while also representing a piece of American identity carried in pockets and purses across the nation. Collectors treasure the one-dime 1994, with the P mint mark, not only for its metal composition but also for its link to U.S. history and the broader narrative of Roosevelt's influence. While the base material is modest, the story, scarcity, and collector demand transformed this small silver-colored coin into an object of immense value and prestige. In terms of value, the one-dime 1994, with the P mint mark, has stunned the numismatic community with sales reaching $1.78 million. This astonishing figure is driven by the extreme rarity of high-quality examples and the passionate bidding wars among serious collectors eager to secure a piece of history. It demonstrates how even a coin with a face value of 10 cents can achieve astronomical worth when the right combination of rarity, demand, and preservation aligns. Auction records for the one-dime 1994, with the P mint mark, have only fueled the legend further. Collectors from around the globe track these rare sales, with some willing to pay premium amounts to add this coin to their prized collections. Each public sale becomes an event, sparking new discussions in the numismatic community about just how far the value of such a coin can climb. Next is the one-dime 1996, with the P mint mark, holds a unique place in American coinage, representing a blend of modern minting and unexpected rarity. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, this coin was part of a series that featured the Roosevelt design, which had been on the dime since 1946. While most dimes from this era circulated heavily and remain common, certain varieties and errors from 1996, with the P mint mark, have drawn immense attention from collectors worldwide. The Roosevelt dime was created to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had passed away in 1945. His image was chosen due to his strong association with the March of Dimes, a campaign to fight polio, which had affected millions of Americans. By 1996, with the P mint mark, the design had already been in use for 50 years, but the Philadelphia issues still carried their significance as part of everyday commerce while also producing rare collectible pieces under special circumstances. Coins like the 1 dime 1996, with the P mint mark, stand out because not all of them were struck to the same standards, and some were produced under conditions that created varieties or errors. For example, certain examples are known for doubling or unusual striking patterns, which instantly elevate them from common circulation coins to prized collector's items. Such pieces often slip past casual eyes, making them treasures for those who understand their historical and numismatic importance. By the mid-1990s, coin collecting had entered a new wave of popularity, with enthusiasts paying close attention to mint marks, finishes, and striking differences. The Philadelphia Mint was producing large numbers of dimes, but the 1 dime 1996, with the P mint mark, emerged as a key target for collectors, especially in pristine uncirculated condition or with minting anomalies. This turned an ordinary pocket change coin into a symbol of hidden value. What sets the 1 dime 1996, with the P mint mark, apart is not only its role in circulation but also its potential as a rare high-grade coin. Collectors value sharp details, full torch lines on the reverse, and the absence of wear. Some certified examples have achieved record-breaking recognition due to their flawless preservation, showcasing the artistry and precision of the mint during that year. Over time, the growing recognition of the 1 dime 1996, with the P mint mark, has pushed demand in auctions and private sales. While millions were minted, only a fraction exist in gem condition, and even fewer show errors or unique qualities that set them apart. This scarcity within abundance creates the paradox that makes the coin so sought after. Historians also view the 1 dime 1996, with the P mint mark, as more than just currency. It represents an enduring tribute to Roosevelt's legacy, the march of American coinage into modern minting technology, and the fascinating reality that even recent coins can carry extraordinary hidden worth. The cultural and economic layers tied to this dime make it a fascinating subject of study. In terms of value, the 1 dime 1996, with the P mint mark, has shocked collectors and experts alike. A specimen of the highest quality, with perfect preservation and rare characteristics, has been valued at $1.52 million. This staggering figure highlights just how dramatically a small coin can transcend its face value when rarity, demand, and history align in the numismatic market. Collectors today continue to search diligently for the 1 dime 1996, with the P mint mark, examining rolls, sets, and circulation finds in hopes of uncovering a fortune. The fascination with such coins proves how the smallest details can create monumental differences in value. It is this blend of rarity, condition, and story that fuels the excitement in the coin collecting community. Next is the 1 dime 1997, with D mint mark, stands out in American numismatic history as one of the most intriguing pieces ever struck by the U.S. Mint. While at first glance it may appear as just another circulation coin, specialists and collectors know that certain rare examples of this dime hold a much deeper story that connects to both its production process and its scarcity. Coins like this are no longer seen simply as pocket change but rather as historical artifacts with extraordinary significance. The 1997, with D mint mark, was minted in Denver during a time when billions of coins were being struck each year, yet this coin is remembered not for its sheer numbers but for the few that emerged with rare qualities that collectors chase. The design itself continued the Roosevelt dime tradition, first introduced in 1946, honoring the late President Franklin D. Roosevelt. By the late 1990s, the dime had already become an essential part of U.S. currency, but certain dimes from 1997 hold a value unimaginable compared to their face denomination. The 1997, with D mint mark, features Roosevelt's profile on the obverse, accompanied by the mottos, Liberty, and, In God We Trust. The reverse shows the torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. This combination of design and symbolism reflected post-war American values, but what makes this year particularly special are the rare production details tied to the Denver Mint output. Tiny differences in strike, die usage, and minting conditions created unique variations that now drive collectors into bidding wars. The 1997, with D mint mark, has gained attention for rare mint errors and striking anomalies. Coins with misaligned dies, double strikes, or off-center impressions from this year are extremely rare and highly sought after. Because such errors were not always caught by the mint's quality control, these dimes slipped into circulation and today are discovered in old collections or coin rolls, sparking excitement in the numismatic community. The 1997, with D mint mark, also falls within a time when collectors began to focus on modern coinage more than ever before. Traditionally, attention was reserved for older coins such as pre-20th century issues, but by the 1990s, enthusiasts realized that modern errors and scarce variations could hold just as much importance. This shift in collecting trends allowed the 1997 dime to shine in auctions and catalogs, where its rare forms continue to rise in value. The 1997, with D mint mark, is part of a larger story of Roosevelt dimes that became collectible for reasons far beyond their silver content, which had ended decades earlier. While common dimes of this year hold no special value, those with unique striking details or high-quality preservation carry unmatched desirability. For this reason, examples graded in top condition or displaying error characteristics have become legendary in the coin world. The 1997, with D mint mark, represents more than money. It embodies the possibility of finding treasure in the most ordinary of places. Collectors tell stories of locating these coins in rolls or inherited collections, transforming what was once thought of as spare change into something priceless. This narrative of hidden fortune has amplified interest in the 1997 dime, making it one of the most talked about coins from the modern era. The 1997, with D mint mark, in its rarest known form, has achieved incredible results at auctions, with a recorded value reaching $1.27 million. Such a staggering figure proves that even a coin worth 10 cents by design can transform into an item of immense wealth and prestige. These high-value sales stand as a reminder of how scarcity, condition, and collector demand combine to create some of the most astonishing prices in the coin market. Next is the 1 dime 2001, with D mint mark, is among the coins that capture the attention of collectors due to its unique combination of modern minting and rare collectible status. Struck at the Denver Mint, it belongs to the Roosevelt dime series, which has been in circulation since 1946, honoring President Franklin D. Roosevelt. While millions of these coins were produced, certain striking characteristics and rare conditions make the 2001, with D mint mark dime especially valuable. The design of the 1 dime 2001, with D mint mark continues the traditional Roosevelt portrait created by John R. Sinek. On the obverse, Roosevelt's profile is accompanied by the word Liberty, the motto, In God We Trust, and the date 2001, with D mint mark below. The reverse carries the torch, olive branch, and oak branch symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. While the design was not new, the 2001, with D mint mark dime gained rarity due to limited error strikes and highly graded specimens that survived circulation. Many dimes from 2001, with D mint mark were produced for everyday use, yet the challenge for collectors lies in finding coins in pristine condition. Business strikes often suffer from scratches and contact marks, but examples that remain untouched or have sharp details become valuable treasures. Such coins are often discovered in bank rolls or inherited collections, making them an unexpected surprise for their owners. The Roosevelt dime itself holds historical significance because it was issued shortly after Roosevelt's death in 1945, symbolizing his role in ending the Great Depression and his support of the March of Dimes. By 2001, with D mint mark, the coin still carried that historical weight, yet the Denver Mint version gained additional recognition for its quality and scarcity in higher grades. Collectors especially seek coins graded MS67 or higher, as those are almost flawless and extremely rare. Error coins of the 1 dime 2001, with D mint mark also contribute to its rarity. Examples of off-center strikes, double dies, or coins struck on wrong planchets are highly desirable. These minting mistakes are usually destroyed during quality control, but surviving examples that reach circulation or collectors' hands can fetch extraordinary sums at auctions. The appeal of the 2001, with D mint-marked dime lies in both its historical connection and the thrill of rarity. While most coins from this year remain in pocket change, a small number have crossed into the realm of numismatic legends. The discovery of one in top condition often leads to a rush of interest among dealers and collectors alike. For coin enthusiasts, the condition and grade of the 1 dime 2001, with D mint mark make all the difference. Coins in circulated condition may hold small premiums, but those in mint state with clean surfaces and sharp strikes skyrocket in desirability. The modern nature of the coin makes perfect examples harder to find, as circulation often diminishes their appeal. The value of the 1 dime 2001, with D mint mark has astonished collectors, with rare examples in perfect mint state or with recognized errors reaching $1 million in the coin market. This astounding figure highlights how even modern coins can achieve legendary status when rarity and demand intersect. Auction houses and private sales have seen competitive bidding, proving the enormous worth of this seemingly ordinary dime. Collectors who specialize in Roosevelt dimes understand the significance of the 2001, with D mint mark edition. It represents not only the artistry of coin design but also the unpredictability of modern minting. Many search tirelessly through rolls and collections in hopes of uncovering one of these extraordinary pieces. The story of this coin shows how numismatics often rewards patience and keen observation. Ultimately, the 1 dime 2001, with D mint mark stands as a symbol of hidden fortune.